the best 10 to 11 minutes of them. So the first one we've got is the one against the Pistons. Andre Drummond locks on you, and then what do you see?
I was just trying to honestly just check out the secondary defense, see what guys was at. As soon as I seen my man in the back turn his head, I just attacked Drummond, went to the right, and from there on out, just either get fouled or try to dunk it. As soon as I seen the big on me, it was just a matter of setting them up, seeing how the back end of the defense was playing me, and attacking from there. I wasn't too worried about him guarding me out on the perimeter. It was more so the backside help.
How do you decide when you're gonna just lay it up or you're gonna just dunk on that person?
I felt like I had the momentum going towards him. I seen he was a step late, and he either was gonna foul me or I was gonna get a dunk. I seen he was a step slow, and I just said I'm gonna try to go for the dunk.
The next one we have is even crazier because it's on Jimmy Butler and Joakim Noah, two of the best defenders ever in the NBA.
Yeah, especially Jimmy.
Yeah.
Me and Jimmy had definitely some classic battles. I remember this game. They was beating us pretty good. I tried to will us back as best as I could. It was just one of the moments going at Jimmy, trying to attack him, and I seen I had the whole right side. So as soon as I got the step on him, I just said I'm gonna just try to attack the basket, go at Joakim, and go at Jimmy, and it worked out for me.
Do you ever hesitate? Like, oh, you know what? Shouldn't jump right here.
Nah, you can't hesitate. Once you hesitate, you're gonna turn the ball over. You're gonna do something that don't look athletic at all. So.
Yeah. Were you dunking on people right when you joined the league?
I mean, I had a few early on, but that physicality is a different type of feel other than high school and in college. You're going against grown men.
Yeah. After Chris Bosh left, was that coach going to you and be like, all right, you're going to be our main scorer and carry the load?
Yeah. I think my second year was Jay Triano. He still was a head coach, and I remember in games he used to tell me, if I don't shoot the ball, he's going to take me out.
Oh, okay.
Just try to get me prepared for the workload that I was going to have to put out every single night, and that definitely prepared me. Even though we wasn't that good, just putting me in the moments, being resilient, fighting through, and figuring out tough situations that whole year.
The next one is the dunk on Gobert, and this one's my personal favorite. I'm curious if it's yours.
Yeah, it's my favorite from the sense of that's Rudy, Gobert.
Yeah.
He's Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best rim protectors in the game today, and to go up there to test that, was big, especially in the crunch time of the game. So I think by far this is my favorite dunk in my career is Rudy,
Yeah.
So I kind of hesitated when I got in the air because I thought he was going to block it. But I seen, once my leg hit him, I felt I had the force, and I just tried to throw it down as hard as I can.
How many times have you watched this clip?
I remember the day it happened. We were flying to LA that night. I think we played the Lakers or the Clippers the next day. But I remember that whole night, it was all on social media, and that's all I seen. So,
is there anything you're seeing here, by the way, that makes you say, all right, I'm going to attack the basket?
Yeah, I hesitate as soon as I catch the ball, see how the defense is going to set up. I seen Rudy attached to Valanciunas on the weak side, and as soon as you see that gap, it's a split second of understanding how the defense is, they haven't loaded all the way in yet, packing the paint. So I just attacked it the hole. I knew Hayward couldn't see his backside help, so I could see everything. So it's on me from there to make the decision, and I just went for it.
The dunk on Mozgov is another really good one.
Yeah.
So for Toronto, a sign of holding Denver to 21 points. Good early on and overtime.
Is this your wingspan just being crazy?
Quickness, wingspan, a little bit of everything. Youth, I was young.
Yeah.
I was willing to try anything. And I just went for it, especially just try to get us going. And I remember the bench reaction. I remember I paused and seen it, and I wanted to laugh so bad because I seen everybody jumping up, getting excited and everything. Definitely was a cool little moment.
Is there anything the defense can do to stop that?
It's kind of rough when you when you're not holding the ball and you catch it on the go.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard for teams to set up, and I seen Andre Miller taking the wrong angle at me, and I had my right hand get to my strong hand, and everybody was kind of off guard from there, and even Moscow had to stop and turn around and contest the shot, and I had it from there.
Another really good one, and this was one of my favorites, is the Tristan Thompson one. And you also have a habit of dunking on people late in games. There was kind of a rivalry between these two teams, right?
Yeah, we was going at it. A lot of times, late game situations, me and Cal always used to play. We used to call it 21. 2-1, the one comes set the screen on the two guard. And me and Cal had that down to a T, and I think we ran it a few times before this. And Cal, I always just read Cal, and I seen him run up and he was gonna slip. Yeah. He slipped, they messed up on the switch, and I turned to corner, and I was just attacking from there.
Was this your favorite season? I believe this was the season you averaged 27 a game.
Yeah, this season was big. I just signed my new deal. We won the Olympics, and just that whole preparation from that summer was, like, I was in the best shape of my life, playing shape. Like, my swag, everything was on 1,000. So going into the season, I felt like I had a lot to prove. I just went out there and played my butt off.
What did you learn from your rookie season? Like, as a player, what happens to the point where you're a rookie and now you're at your peak where you're averaging 27 a game?
For me, I was the only rookie my rookie year. I was the only rookie playing against. My teammate was Fritz Bosch, Hito Turkoglu, Jose Calderon, all these guys that I grew up watching. And I'm a 19-year-old kid out here with all these grown men, just trying to figure it out, soaking in as much information as I can, and through the ups and downs, I just used to sit back and just watch, just watch. When things were bad, how certain guys react, what approach they took, and I kept that in my mind, understanding, like, if I'm in this position, this is how I will go about it. This is how I approach it, and that helped me a lot being around such older guys my rookie year.
Now, the dunk on Miles Turner, this is timing?
Man, I remember the game plan this series was to not go after offensive rebounds.
Really?
Yeah, that was our game plan, because I think they was killing us on the boards. Yeah, that was the game plan. Nobody go for offensive rebounds. So I remember when I did it, I think Cal came up to me and was like, "Good dunk, but get back on defense if a shot go back." So I mean, it was just instinctual. I seen him go up, and I just went for it.
You could tell that the shot was going to be off as he was shooting it?
Yeah. I seen him going up, and I seen it was a tough shot for him to get up. He had two dudes on him. And as soon as I seen it hit the front of the rim, I just said, either I'm going to get the rebound, I'm going to try to dunk it back in.
What do you like better, dunking on somebody or breaking their ankles?
Definitely dunking on somebody.
Yeah. Because then you did a similar type of dunk on Ricky Rubio.
Oh, yeah.
How do you forget that one?
I really wasn't thinking about this.
Oh, okay.
I remember this dunk because I hurt my hip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, by
his
so
head.
That's why he's reacting that way.
Yeah. So I hit the back of his head. His head hit my hip, and that's why I paused. I stopped for a minute, but I didn't want to show no grimace or nothing, like I was hurting. But I remember I hurt the hell on my hip doing that. But I was just happy I made it. But I was in some pain the next day for sure.
How often does that happen where, like Donovan Mitchell says, when he dunks, it hits his forearm, and oftentimes when he's dunking, it hurts?
Right.
How often do you have a play where you had a crazy highlight and it actually hurts you?
Oh, yeah,
you
all the
put
time.
On a face like, yo, that was amazing.
All the time. Yeah, all the time. Man, you'd be surprised, but you got to play it off. You can't dwell on it too much, but a lot of times it hurts, without a doubt.
Now, the game winner at Madison Square Garden, every player says this is their favorite arena to play in.
Yeah.
Is it yours?
By far.
So what is it?
Man, it's just like the aura as soon as you walk in there. Being a basketball fan, you understand the history of things that went on in that building. And there's just something about them dim lights in the crowd, the bright lights on the floor, going into the arena, being in the middle of Manhattan, just everything about it, just the whole feel of it is incredible. So as a competitor, when you go in there, you want to be under them lights and shine bright in front of all the stars that's there, and just leave a mark with them fans to remember you as.
Yeah. Is the coach drawing the play for you here?
Yeah. I remember this game was definitely a battle, and I remember coming out before I shot that shot. One of Melo's best friends was sitting courtside.
Okay.
And I
Do you know his name?
Yeah, Bay.
Okay.
Bay was sitting courtside, and matter of fact, he's sitting right on the baseline in the basket. And I remember walking out. I had told him I was gonna make the shot. I had told him. I told him bucket. Like I'm about to, it's over with.
Yeah.
And we was laughing, and came out, hit the shot. So.
The face too. I mean, that's another one where you just gotta be cool, right?
No, you gotta be cool. Like,
Yeah.
I just try to be as cool as possible. But you know, as soon as you get in that locker room, you know, you bring out another side of you with your teammates and everything. But
Yeah.
that was a fun moment, that game.
What are you seeing on the floor? Like when they're setting up? Because you can decide to go attack the basket and dunk on somebody, but like you're like, okay, they're kind of packing the paint, so I'm just gonna shoot a mid-range shot.
Yeah, you know, I always take a time, set up guys with my dribble, and 9 times out of 10, it's never about the guy that's guarding me. I always try to see what the backside of the defense is doing, what's my spacing like, the clock. I'm always paying attention to the clock. And just getting to my rhythm moves of moves that I work on countless times, and just get to my spot. You know, I always feel like a guy not gonna block my shot, so as long as I get to it, elevate and get the shot off, I got a good chance of making it.
So we talked about you having clutch dunks. And the first one is this clutch dunk against the Celtics over Kelly Olynyk. 40 seconds left, tied game. You didn't get hurt here, right?
No, I was straight here. Yeah, I was straight here. Playing in Boston was always a battle, and it was always fun. Boston is up there too with the Garden. When you playing in Boston, it was always that energy where you want to go out there and perform. The fans is always on you crazy, and you just want to go out there and prove them wrong. So this is one of those moments. Me and Cal always had a certain connection and transition of he know I'm always going to be behind him, following him some way, somehow. So he'll always slow down and expect me to come. So that was one of them plays of us just knowing one another.
How long did it take to get that chemistry between you and him?
It came quick. I mean, the first year we didn't speak at all. My first year of being teammates.
Really? Why?
I don't know. He was.
Was he a different person then?
Nah, he's a difficult person until you understand him. You know, and only I could say that. If somebody else said that, I'd take offense to it.
Okay.
But yeah, you know. But that next year, our second year together, you know, everything just started clicking out of nowhere. And, you know, we figured it out and we made the best out of it.
This is the best clutch dunk, because I remember watching this live. I said, holy shit out loud.
Yeah. This is one of them dunks where I hurt my hand.
So, okay, so you have to be cool, right?
Yeah, I hurt my hand. My hand was bleeding.
Really?
Yeah, I hurt my hand.
But your face doesn't show it at all.
I didn't show it.
So you like clenching your hand like this?
So as soon as I dunked, I think my finger got caught in the net and I came down. And I remember looking down at my hand and my hand was bleeding. And I had to shoot a free throw. My hand was hurting like hell, but that dunk was one of the ones of the chemistry of just me and Cal had of that 2-1 screening. You know, he always know how to find a guy, try to get a switch or get somebody to mess up, and that was just him getting in my way, giving me an angle to attack the basket, and you can see by his reaction, like.
How often does it happen where you dunk on somebody or you get a hard foul and you're like, it's killing you? And you're like, oh wow, these free throws are gonna be tough because it's like killing me right now to even stand up right now.
I think it works opposite. Like I really look at it like in the opposite way of you're supposed to miss this free throw because your hand hurt.
Yeah.
So let me make it. You know what I mean? Like I always try to look at it in a different way. So I could be more at ease when I go up there and make a free throw. So
yeah. But does it happen regularly?
Yeah. You know, through the season you always deal with something. You know, I remember I dislocated my finger, and you know that couldn't be an excuse of me not being able to shoot. You know, you just got to figure it out in that moment.
Yeah. Why are you so good at ending games?
Just like what I was trying to explain, like ending games is supposed to be hard. So, let me think of a way how I can make this as easy as possible.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
So I just try to always look at it in the opposite way. Even this clip, I remember Freddie was struggling the whole game. I think he was like 1 for 7 or 1 for 8 or something. And I remember he kept saying during the game, he couldn't make nothing. And I kept telling him, like, I don't care. Like, So this play, when I hugged him, I told him, I told you he was gonna make a shot. Like, told you to keep shooting it, but Freddie one of the most resilient players I ever played with. So in that moment, I had nothing but faith in him to make that shot.
This next play, I call it your best Kobe impression. People on the internet always called it your best Kobe impression.
It's one of them cool moments you gotta stay cool. I always try to stay cool, but obviously anybody know Kobe. My favorite player of all time. I idolize him. I watched every single move he ever took. I watched every single game he ever played. So that moment there was, just being patient, taking my time, understanding somebody gonna go for something.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, both of them went for it. So, just one of them counters, one of them moves that I worked on in the gym.
Now, you have really good footwork, right? Like when I was looking at all your highlights, there's a montage that's 15 minutes long. It's like DeMar DeRozan's best footwork. Is that what makes you be able to do all that, like fake people out?
Yeah, because if you look at it, I'm really going slow.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put no speed behind it, but as long as you understand your footwork, your counters, your movement, you understand guys' tendencies of how they guard. You can get away with a lot of things when you're confident in your footwork. In your footwork and your counters and your ability to create your own shot. So in that moment, that's all that is. Just understanding no matter how fast or slow I get, I can still get these guys. Whether if it's one, in this moment, I got both of them, so.
Yeah. Ty Lue did you know about this, that he had a fine for the Cavs players? It was a $100 fine if they fell for your pump fake.
Yeah.
And they still did. I can tell you right now, they still did. Now, another thing about your footwork though is you don't tie your shoes when you play, right?
No, I never.
Why is that?
I play in a new shoe every single game, so a lot of guys like to break their shoe in. I don't. I need that tight feel, so I put my shoe on, I'm ready to go. I've been like that since I was probably 12, 13 years old. I never tie my shoe, but I have to play in a new shoe every game so I can have that tight, snug feel.
How many shoes do you have right now in your house?
I couldn't even tell you, honestly.
Okay, is it just a garage filled with shoes?
Yes, shoes everywhere, unfortunately.
This next clip is the funniest clip that I repost this every 6 months on House of Highlights.
Right.
Starting today, if you score but your handshake sucks, we will trade you.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous.
Excuse me?
What?
This
Who's
guy.
talking?
Smart mouth over here.
Smart mouth. What's your name?
DeMar.
DeMar. DeMar.
Okay.
DeMar, I say it, the less I like it.
Is this guy even a basketball player?
have
This
no
is
idea.
why we're here.
Yeah, I think we just got to demonstrate.
All right.
Yo, shouldn't we be getting back on defense?
Oh my God.
Defense, is that your cousin DeMar? It's complicated. It takes a lot of practice.
Yo, will I be able to do that?
Oh, DeMar. Deno.
Now hit the showers.
How did this come together?
I think I was asked to do it, and they broke it down, telling me the whole concept of it, and I was all for it. Being good friends with Drake, and being a fan of Will Ferrell, thought it was a dope idea, and it definitely came together great. Man. I definitely had a great time doing that, and to this day, like you said, people still bring this up some way, somehow.
Yeah. How many cuts from laughing? Because I feel like when they're making those jokes, I would just die, and they'd be like, cut, do it again.
Yeah, it was extremely funny because a lot of it, they was just improv.
Oh, really?
They was just coming up with their own stuff, and to see the greatness in Will Ferrell when it came to that was definitely awesome. So
He just came up, and Drake too came up with
both of them,
both of them
are creative. Yeah, both of them are creative, but being around Will and seeing that up close and personal was cool, but I was happy to be a part of it though.
Do you and Drake still like keep in touch?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. That's my man. You know,
Music coming out soon?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm the biggest Drake fan there is, seriously. So, do you have a favorite Drake story?
Favorite Drake story? Pretty sure I do. I'm trying to think which one is appropriate.
I feel you.
Yeah, countless times. We have late night hoop sessions. It's countless things. You know, we got that's a good dude. That's a person I consider a friend, and you know, you go to and talk to about, you know, anything.
One thing I also wanted to ask is you rap. Taylor Rooks was telling me that you rap, and that I need to ask you about your rapping. And if you're ever gonna release any new music.
No, I would never release a song.
It'll never come out.
Never.
But so Drake can hear it though, right?
Yeah.
Who else can hear it?
I mean, my close friends can hear it.
Okay.
It's like I do it for an inner circle type of thing. You know?
How many people have heard your raps?
Outside of my family, probably, it's a good 10 to 15 people I send.
Okay.
I send music to.
You and Kyle had this handshake before the games, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool to see that he still, even when you were gone, still did that same handshake before the games. Even though they won this year, you and Kyle built that foundation for the Raptors. So part of you kind of has to feel happy because like what you guys were working on ended up working out, right?
Yeah, and for the guys that I'm close to the people in our organization that I'm still close to, that I talk to on a daily, they'll be the first to tell you that I was probably the first one to reach out to them to congratulate them. You know, because I know what it's like. You know, I know the obstacles that we had to go through, the doubt, you know, all the ups and downs that we had to go through for that team to be in that position. You know, I was never bitter about it. I was never, you know, I was happy for all them guys because, you know, I know how hard it was for us to even get recognized and appreciated.
Yeah. Now, the return to Toronto, what was that like?
Man,
You wanted a picture right before you get in.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of the moments to where, like, now when I think about it, it makes me wonder, like, did this really happen or was it a dream? Like, you know, because that moment was, you know, you'll never think you'll be that appreciated anywhere, you know. So to feel that feeling for the first time and experience that, man, it was one that, it definitely gave me the chills, like, but the moment felt like it went by so fast to where it's like, damn, did this really happen?
What's the biggest difference between the Raptors organization and the Spurs organization?
The weather was better.
Yeah.
Didn't have to worry about the cold.
Yeah.
But the organization was great. Both, you know, I'm definitely honored to be able to be one of them players that could go switch teams and still be in a great environment of a organization, you know, because stories I hear from certain players going certain places and hating it, you know, is frequent. So, you know, I can't complain at all.
When you started your Spurs career, I mean, you have this dunk over Giannis.
Yeah, it goes back to me just being patient, waiting to see what the defense do. And I remember when I had the ball at the top before LaMarcus came and set the screen, I seen Giannis on the other side of the key. And as soon as I see that, it's on me to try to beat him to the spot. So as soon as I see him take a look, move his head, you know, that's when I make that attack, because the whole right side of the floor is open. So it's always a matter of me just being patient, waiting for guys to get set up and attack the secondary of the defense.
Now this replay, like, you're moving, because he's trying to block this shot, right?
Yeah.
And you're adjusting in real time, like, all right, let me stay in the air here and move it so he can't block it.
Because regardless, even if I didn't go body to body with Giannis, he's long as hell, and I didn't want him to get a hand on it. So if I would have just kept it in that same spot, he would have definitely got a hand on it. So I was just trying to get around him to finish off the dunk.
You've had another one when you were on the Raptors against the Bucks.
This was the close out the series.
Yeah.
And this game was probably one of my favorite playoff games. It was rough, man. Like, you know, it just shows you how bad I wanted to win the game, get to the basket. And this another instance where I hurt my hand. I hurt my hand trying to dunk the ball, but you know, you just gotta keep playing through it.
Yeah. It's also another instance of like there's 40 seconds left on the clock and you're like, all right, I'm gonna just go dunk on somebody.
Yeah, you know, you kind of get it in more of an aggressive mode late in the game and understanding that you can't expect a call, you can't expect nothing, but you know, you gotta be the aggressor out there before they try to apply it to you.
Yeah. You've had a history of doing 360 layups.
Mm-hmm.
You had a big one this year against the Clippers. What makes you break it out?
When I realize I don't have an angle to do nothing else, and it's so, honestly, I do not think, it's never premeditated. It's just like my own reaction of things, and I felt like, you know, I thought he was gonna cut me off the other way, but once I seen him jump to the other side, I'm like, either I got the Euro, I could spin and get a full layup, and some just told me to spin as soon as I seen him get in my way, and lay the ball up, and I just hope I didn't miss, so I wouldn't get cussed out by Pop.
There's not many players that can do this though. Like I can't really name that many.
Yeah, it takes some guts to do it because you don't want to be the one that do it and look stupid, shooting it over the rim or don't even come close. So
yeah. I mean, Grant Hill even says in this like the audacity to even pull that off is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. So it's not something I do all the time, but when I do it, you know, I've made it.
Yeah. Beginning of the year, the Lakers were the big team and everyone was gearing up to play them. And this was a really cool moment because the fans get really into it.
It's always a play me and LA go to where, you know, he'll come up and set an angle screen. And I seen LeBron on him. So as soon as he tried to run up, set a screen, I seen LeBron on him. So I just told him to stay back and I just take the ISO because I didn't want Bron to switch on me since I had a smaller guy on me. And that's just one of the moments where I said I'm gonna get to my spot. And on my first pump fake, I wanted to shoot it, but I slipped. So my second one was just to gather my feet because I knew I was gonna just shoot over him and make the shot. So it was never, I never thought he was gonna block the shot. It was just me getting my rhythm and getting my stance together to shoot the ball because I knew he wasn't gonna be able to block it, and it was just a matter of me making it.
Is there a team or player that you love playing against?
Man, I love playing against all them guys on the perimeters as defensive players, like Jimmy Butler. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of them guys to where, you know, when we walk out on the court, you know, it's understood like, man, let's make it epic battle. We're gonna have fun with it and may the best man win. So guys like that I love going against because they're gonna bring the best out of you.
Is there anything that teams do that doesn't make sense to you? Like Embiid said to me that he never understood why teams fall for his pump fake when he's at the three-point line because he shoots 27% from three.
I can go with the pump fake too. You know, a lot of people know I'm gonna go for the pump fake. Like you said, teams done implied fines and still went for a pump fake. So my thing is you just tell somebody to go out there and play. You know, I think the more you put the pump fake on somebody's mind, you know, the more aware they'll be of it when you're trying to pull it out, which necessarily never works, you know, but I always thought that was stupid.
The 360 dunk against China.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I missed.
What made you pull it out though?
I think we was in a huddle this game and I forgot who said something. They was like, man, show me something. Like the last time or before because we was winning a lot. Just try to keep the crowd into it.
Yeah.
And when I got the opportunity, I just said, I'm gonna just try something and I tried something.
I mean, you were so close.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine if I made that, like where that would sit in history, honestly. It's one of them things to where like, damn, how did I miss it? Like I was right there, but oh man, the internet was crazy after this.
I mean, shout out to Bleacher Report because they did edit it so that
that was dope. That was dope. That was dope. I ain't gonna lie, that was dope.
And that's what it's gonna look like.
That's funny.
I really do wish that you made it though, because I think it would have been like an iconic one, like
that would
Vince had.
That definitely would have been one for the ages, without a doubt.
This one I really wanted to ask you. After you make a free throw, even if no one's there, you still go for the dap.
It's just me being funny. honestly. Just, you try to be out there, and when you get in the moments, you just try to make the best out of it, have fun with it, and it's just me going out there being silly, having fun with the game.
Did you do it once and then you're like, I'm just gonna keep doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it every time.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it every time. Like, I might start giving hugs out next time, but.
Please do.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
But, it's just me just trying to go out there and have fun.
Yeah. The last clip is the one when you were at the Drew League and you're playing against Marvin Bagley, who was at the time one of the best high school players in the country.
Right.
And is this you just, all right, he's gonna be in the NBA one day, I've got to show what I can do just so he knows?
Yeah, when you come to the Drew, you always gonna have a target on your back, and I remember him coming to the Drew, and he was the #1 player in the nation, and they was trying to make it like a whole DeMar DeRozan versus #1 player in the country, and I just did and went out there and competed against him like every other guy that I played against when I was young used to go at me.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta be prepared when you come to the Drew that you gotta learn your lesson some way or somehow.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate
we killed
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna do this again in a few years. I'm gonna come back,
all right.
and we're gonna talk about the amount of times you've dunked on someone and your
All right.
hand hurts afterwards.
Yeah,
okay?
for sure.
So we're gonna do it again.
Appreciate that, dog. Appreciate that.